start with ducks. Duck lips. Anyway, I've been down here working. Uh, can't work on orders all the time, but I'm catching up. I will get some orders done tonight. So anyway, here I am. Got some plants growing. Let's see, got to check the soil. It's a little dry. This one, see what happens? Soil dries, dies. Boom, dead. I've been so busy with orders, some plants even died. So move it ahead, move it ahead, move it ahead. That one's no, oh, that one wasn't even, that's fine, that's fine. That one's no good. Oops, sorry I'm off focus. I'm like, all right, so one thing you got to realize, these lights attract a lot of heat, will dry your plants out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to water these a little bit. And if you go, oh crap, don't put water on the outline. And if you ever go somewhere, you should turn the heat off of the lights. It'll actually save your plants instead of burning them out and drying them out. So, all right. Keep in mind, when you add too much water to one of these plants, it'll get real dense and it's hard for the plant to actually breathe. Okay, this needs refilled. All right, I need to just keep an eye on things. I call this my piranha section. That's not piranha, it's like bubblegum reds, Queen Glory, stuff like that. This is the piranha section. I don't even think anything, so this is getting a little dry. There's some moisture in there, but you don't want it to dry it out completely. Okay, this is, I really need a camera guy. Know this much is true. I've got a ticket to ride. All right. Do I actually see it? Yes, yes, I do. Yes, yes, I do. So, I like to water these about a medium amount and water often. If I know I'm going to be away for a while, I'll water more. So, I guess you're coming with me everywhere I go. So, I got to refill these bottles. I change these bottles about once a year. So I do find it fun, very fun, starting my grow. It's like figuring out what you really want to grow. And like, hey, you know, I'm going to be having these. I will be eating these. Give me a thumbs up and share it out. And there's somebody's watching. Private eyes watching. Lots of supplies. Know this much is true. All right, so I'm just watering, keeping stuff going. Got my St. Patrick's day, although Valentine's Day is coming up. You know, when I was a kid growing up, I loved the holidays. I mean, it's like, okay, that like when I was a little kid, I always had a crush on some girl in school, and I want to make sure she got my Valentine's and Valentine's Day candy and Snoopy. I always liked Charlie Brown. That was always involved. I mean, it was kind of a cool thing. Holidays really brings in spirit, and if you really look at it, there's a lot of freaking holidays in the United States. Why don't you tell them who you really are?
It doesn't matter who I am. Nobody knew who I was until I put the mask on. Nobody knew who I was until I put the mask on. It doesn't matter upon my plan. Germinating seeds.
Little voxelator.
Vaccinator. I am an alien. It doesn't matter who I am.
All right, so enough. I'm like enough. Hey, I don't know about you guys, but you know what makes me excited? This. The first. So, what are we looking at? Right here. Boom. This is the first sprouts. Scenes, but I'm getting them. I'm getting it. Gonna get it. Gonna get it. I like to, when I leave these things, I like to leave a space enough to pour extra water in. So I got a couple more. 1, 2. See, I like to leave a little bit of a space. Pour water underneath because it gets really hot underneath. So. Know this much is true. I like to start germinating in planter cells like this because if I use a cup, it takes more heat to germinate and takes longer. And then people are like, dude, it's taking forever. Yeah, because you're using a container like that. People ask me on soil what to use for germinating. Doesn't matter at all. I'm germinating some ají amarillo. It became one of my favorites. I think I have a couple on the website. I'm gonna recalculate it after this. Keep a couple of them, maybe add 1 pack or something. So put that in. So imagine a world. Imagine a world in which you grew anything and everything you wanted, and you had helpers. You could try new stuff like squash and pepper plants and all that stuff. I mean, that's like a dream come true. I'm not at that level, but I've grown a lot that I wanted to. I added some chocolate reapers back to the site. I'm growing some more. In fact, I'm using the rest of my seed stock. I have a little bit left over personal, but I'm using most of it. Chocolate Reaper. If you go to my follow my growth page or my business page, you'll see a lot of stuff listed added back. Go to my web page. After the sale, I started adding stuff up. I didn't have time to do inventory in the state, run my own life, and the sale and the project all at once. I've been telling a lot of people for a long time, hang out with your plants. Like you know what? This is this is one of my rooms for growing. Hang out in it. Sit down, relax, check your phone, leave your phone back, whatever you want to do. Sit down and look at your plants. And you'll start seeing things. Maybe they have aphids. Maybe there's too much light on it, stuff like that. So just to germinate some more ahi amarillos, which are on my website. Chocolate Reapers. Finish off this pack. Got some more to go. So, germinating simply about temperature and moisture. Temperature and moisture. So, how's everybody's grow doing? Yellow starfish. I'm germinating more. So out of the starfish, you got the yellow, the orange, and the red. Yellow's my favorite. Seeds left over. I find this fun. I actually find this fun. Hopefully you guys do too. Just right. Yellow submarine, yellow starfish. Just a random thought. One thing I always keep in mind is keeping things in order. Here, I'm going to give you an example. This has happened to me. So we're doing it like this. So, say I'm germinating yellow starfish, and I got these. Sometimes this, when you pick it up, will push that out and drop out. You might not even know it. And then all of a sudden, you got stuff mixed up. Also, it's just really kind of off the wall. I never even thought about this till now. Is, you know, those little frogs or sensors that like ribbit when you put your hand in front of it. If you have kids, that might be a good idea to know if your kids are in the seed room or your germination room, because they could switch signs. And I had one customer that was irate with me maybe 5 years ago, and he ended up apologizing to me. I gave him like 2 replacements. I'm like, dude, my stuff's not mixed up ever, like ever. And I just wanted to keep a customer happy. That's all I wanted to do. It was out-of-pocket expenses, so I replaced his order. Then I found out later his kid was mixing everything up. So his kid He even took a picture. He was very honest, and held the signs. The little girl's like, "Look, Daddy, I got signs." You know? Yeah, I do have a chip on my tooth, don't I? Anyway, yeah, I got a tooth chip. Anyway, so the kid was looking up to the camera holding the signs. I found it amusing, funny, but like, that kid cost me money. Can your kid wash my car? Ooh, that's out of the question. Ooh, I guess not. We'll grow some gator jigsaw. They're slightly above a mid mover. They're not my hottest mover. Oh, and I want to show you else what I do. It's going to help you save space. Look what I did. Ton of seeds. I don't count all the seeds, so also I'll push it in a little bit. Push it in, cover, push in, cover. The more shallow it is, the faster it will dry out, but the faster it will germinate. So I got to really get moving on stuff. I'll explain reasons why in the future. I'm getting called for. So that's all I can say. I'm actually getting called for. I'll explain at a different time. And I'm excited to go. It's my job. It's who I am. Wow. One thing I might as well grow is my own stuff by JP Ultraviolet, which came from me. JP Ultraviolet is a peach gum tiger crossing with the mainstream peach. I crossed it a year before the mainstream peach was released. Set a jump start on everybody. One thing, oftentimes, like when you're a kid and you're coloring books. The stuff I say on these videos, like you guys actually listen. Thank you. I meant like a peaceful time, and this is where I have a peaceful time. It's my little happy area. I had some people over here about a month before my mom died, and they're like, "Dude, we realize your job's really stressful." But when you're growing and you're working on plants, you forget about everything. And you become a different person. And I'm like, yeah. They're like, look, we recorded you. This is what you look like. And they're like, you look happier. Politics and media and progressive and like that Wall Street type of feeling in the pepper industry takes over me, but like the true core self is just a kid who loved growing, Hello, PCB16. What super huts grow the fastest? Well, generally speaking, the hottest grow the slowest. So the fastest would be like ghost peppers. I love these things. A lot of people, they push off plants or cells. A lot of people push off. They want the hard ones they could stand on. I like these. They're more disposable, but when you want to transplant, I squeeze it and it breaks up the soil. That's why I love these. Hertberry grows quick. I mean, they all grow quick at temperature and moisture. Hertberry's a little bit slower than the ghost. You know what? Environment, temperature, moisture all play a key factor. What I find, actually, well, yeah, that's about it. Anything with ghost in it really grows quick. Here's my release that was made by Kevin Bain, the Bain Shrimp Peach. I'm growing it again this year. I only grew 2 plants last year. I'm gonna grow all this. The whole pack. Maybe about 50 plants. Another great question. Subject to August. I appreciate your interest in it. August. It's when they tell me I can release it. Who are they? The secret source that controls who I am and my brain function. I'll explain who they are. There is a they. So when the time's right, I will. By the way, very shortly, I got to get all. Another reason why I'm trying to crank all this out is, what can I say? What can I say and what I can't say? Anyway, I'm getting the JP tested. I don't want to say too much, but I'm getting it tested. JP Piranha is one of the hottest peppers in the world. I'm getting it tested. What are your thoughts on 7-Pot Lava? It's a solid, pretty good pepper. Pretty good pepper. It's not a fast mover. It's a mid-grade seller. It's not. It's slightly less than mid-grade. Here's some Primo Tally. Primo Tally is a slow-growing plant and slow germinating. Best shapes come on second yields, I've noticed. Okay, for Starburst, great seller, one of my top sellers. Probably number 5 out of them all. So, you know how much faith I have in everything? Check it out. That's how many seeds I'm germinating in those. So I'm really proud of the pepper community on a lot of new guys coming in. They have a really good spirit. You can tell them they're really into it and kind of get that vibe, you know. PCB60 says, I'm growing the caramel Primantelli now indoors. Looking forward to trying one. Yes. Could you sell pepper? I could do anything. My Bobby told me what my Bobby was alive. She said I could. I don't sell pepper powder. I don't. I just don't. I'm pretty busy with the estate, the project. They hate when I do that. They do watch over me. I know people are like, Pickles is paranoid. He thinks people are watching over him. No, I actually signed sheets for people to watch over me. That sounds weird. You'll see. You'll see. I drive them nuts, but they love me. August should be the JP Piranha release. Basically, when they tell me, because I'm under a specific contract and all that other stuff. I'm going to refill this up with water. I'll be right back. So when you're germinating seeds, it's all about temperature and moisture. You can use your light's not going to help you germinate, but in a sense it does because it brings heat to it. Every time I do this, stuff one of these. I just think about what the pepper is going to look like, the taste, everything else like that. Antip Acidoldoma. This is on the website. I'm growing some more. It's basically a spicy bell pepper. Every year I see new people in, I'm going to create a spicy bell pepper. Kind of already exists. Actually, it's called Mexbel. It's an F1. They can't repeat the spiciness. So F1, Philly 1, Generation 1, what ends up happening is they clone it. And then they sell it the next year. Clone it, sell it the next year. Clone it, sell it the next year. They can't get off of F1. It's very unstable, but they can do that. Hey, I'm tired. So anyway, this video is not going to go on too much longer because I'm tired. Candy cane peppers. People selling seeds, they don't know what they're doing. They're an F1. You can't repeat. I looked into it. I was going to grow it, and I'm like, it's unstable. So I'm going to end things on a good note. And the good note is section here. Sounds of life. So life. That's not Corona. But yeah, I'm behind schedule. I got some stuff going on. Much love, everybody. I restocked the site, jppepperseeds.com. People ask me if this is going to be on the site. I'll probably give you a generic answer, to be honest. So, I got to get work done other than answer questions all the time. All right, I'm out.